You know, there's plenty of food around, but most of it's strange and unfamiliar to us, so we're going to have to be careful about eating something that we haven't tested.
It's like a totally great day. It's like totally awesome.
Sometimes all your baby needs is attention or a change of scenery. Try making eye contact and talking to her or taking her to another room.
Now you saw that sash. Crazy face. Just pick a face and call a voice. And let crazy face do the rest.
I do not know them. I do not know the way to your world.
Now see what you've done?
Test. Hello. Welcome to Hero Shack Chronicles, where Diana looks like me tonight. Diana? Okay, so apparently I'm alone. Let me turn off the camera here.
That's weird. Why do I look like you? Oh.
Because you've got your thingy messed up. Hang on, I gotta adjust my volume. Oh, all right, hang on. So we got Big King in the back, but before we bring on anybody,
there I am.
Hi.
Hi.
Tonight's our last show before we close out Cyclopean 2.
Yes.
And Diana, we have a wheel. I have to pull it up. Hang on a second.
We do have a wheel.
Why don't you talk for a second?
So welcome, everybody. Let's see, who do we have in chat? Reckless Trucker, welcome. And Rick. Hey, Rick, how are you? It's so nice to see you. So yes, so this is like Chris was saying, this is the last stream before we end the Kickstarter. We're pretty excited. We only have a little bit left before it's fully backed. I think 150. I don't know. I just got in from work, so I haven't checked anything. I don't know if we've gotten any other backers. Chris, have you checked any? Oh, he's busy. So he is getting ready to set up the famous spinning wheel, or the wheel of fun. I should say the wheel of fun. I don't know. The fantastic prize wheel. I don't know what to call it. Just the spinning wheel, like the wheel of fortune, but there's no fortune. There's just prizes. I saw a tweet earlier today that something about my hair getting shaved. That's not happening.
That was a rumor. That is not happening.
So yeah, that's not a cool. No, we're definitely not going to do that. We are not shaving my head.
Oh, why
my
not?
hair. No. I would not look good with no hair. I don't believe I would look good.
It worked well for Chris.
It did work well for Chris. The best I can do is put my hair back up in a ponytail. There.
It grows back really fast.
Yeah, I'm not cutting my hair. You guys can like say everything you want and do a song and a dance, but I am not cutting my hair. That's not even on the table.
Look at on your screen.
I am.
So we're at 369.
Yep.
So what's that leave us with, honey?
What do you mean?
That's 131, I think, that we need.
Yeah, so 131. So that leaves us maybe 10 more backers, 10 or 11.
Depends on what they back.
Awesome.
You know?
What's that? Yeah, well, I mean, I'm looking at the $10 tier. The $10 tier, right?
Well, that would be the first one to look at, yeah.
I know you had a man standing behind you for a moment there. That was kind of creepy.
It's always creepy. But hang on, I'll share something with you, okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Sounds good. Yes. I like it.
Oh, I think I played it wrong. Hang on, it's not the beginning. Here we go. So it's all music, so I can talk a little. We have a friend who's a teacher in Wisconsin, and she's read our books, and she was like, kids, they will read comics, and so we said, well, why don't we try to put something together? So we do have a tier where if you're interested in helping, we are looking to fund at least 30 books for them.
Right.
$8 a book. You can buy a copy when you get your own. And it's just something we like to do. We give away stuff all the time, but when we gave away stuff at the Terrificon, it was so cool. And I don't know if the backers truly could enjoy it like we did, but I enjoyed the heck out of it.
Well, if the backers back the Wisconsin tier, they still get a PDF. You guys will get a PDF, so you will get a copy of the Great Cyclopean 2.
Yes.
So they will get that, and they can always buy themselves a copy if they wanted. But if they felt like doing, I look at it this way: it's $8, a little bit more, I think, with shipping. You can run through McDonald's and spend $25.
We're not charging. Listen, for the teacher books, I haven't put a charge in for the shipping. That's going to come out of our butt.
Okay. Oh,
and
cool.
I'm okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's totally fine. That's totally fine.
Well, I recognize what Vic King's drawing there. That's from Melvin #2.
That is very cool.
It is from Melvin.
I tell you.
And the reason I know because I'm
about that project.
pretty
What's
good
that, Chris?
friends with Timothy.
Yes, he is.
I said I'm getting very curious about that project. Tim keeps posting little updates.
Yep.
And I've never even seen Melvin #1, so at some point he's going to have to give me some sort of link or something.
There you go.
Definitely.
Well, maybe you do what I did with a digital copy. Melvin #1 for digital swap.
I'll have to. I'm afraid to swap some of my books with you guys anymore because I know how dark some of my stuff is. So I'm like,
hey, Cluster Fudge was not that dark. I'm sorry.
Until you shared some stuff with me, Chris, I had no idea how dark some of your stuff was.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of cool because we still have a long way to go. Like my editor reels me in. So that would be my beautiful wife there. So like at some point she may let me unleash the reins.
No.
But no.
I don't know.
I just got to tell you real quick. I know you want to get into the meat of the matters and everything, but I just want to tell you, like, I am so impressed and proud to know you guys for that tier that you guys are doing with the teacher. I mean, that's amazing. That's the kind of stuff I wish we could see more of. You know,
Bro, I encourage it, and like I don't know, at some point, you know, I think everybody should try it. It's when you give away books to kids, there's nothing cooler. It's just some of our books aren't appropriate for kids, so you got to kind of have the right material. Because like you don't want to be going, hey, mom, dad, here's a book. There's a little nudity in it, but no, you can't do that.
No. You got to give the right book. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but I mean, when you guys were doing that and going over what you were doing with the teacher, I'm sitting there and I'm flashing back to little like 6-year-old me. I'm at the library with my mom, and the librarian points out where the comic books are, and I pick up my first comic book. It's a Ghost Rider. It's a little bit scary, right? Like you think that'd be like, but I loved it. I was entrenched in it, and I was sitting on the ground, and I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave the comic book. My mom was like, "We got to go now," and the librarian was like, "We have so many of those. You can keep that one."
Isn't that awesome?
And that was how I got. That's how I got addicted to comics, and that was my start. And you know what? That's the second time that I've been reminded of that in the last few days. So I definitely believe that, that's some heavy stuff, man.
It is.
I got started with Sunday Funnies. They were actually making a comic book out of newsprint. No cover. It was just a newsprint cover. And they were tossing it in the Sunday news edition of the Lawrence Eagle Tribune. And in that, there were all the different comics, but there was one that always stood out, and that was Stan Lee and John Romita Sr. And I don't know if they were making Spider-Man at that time or if it was just reprinting it. But from that point on, I started like copying everything I saw in that Spider-Man strip every Sunday. And yeah, it's very similar to you, man. That was it. Once I started getting into that, the comics will take a kid and make them read. Like the kid will want to read to know what happened, or at least that's what happened to me.
And you know how impactful it was? All right. So I think we've talked about this like just slightly before, but we went on with our lives and we did our things and went maybe in high school and stuff. We had our dreams about doing comics, but life caught up with us and we had to do other things. But it came back full circle, right? And it brought us back to our love and our love of comics and our love of art and what we want to do. And look at us, we may not be huge, comic book creators or anything, but we're comic book creators and we're doing what we love. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep.
Well,
Absolutely.
speaking of which, I got to be honest with you, Vic. I use your improvement to spur me on. When I'm practicing at night, because I draw like every night, and I hit Twitter and I see something from Vic King, I'm like, oh no!
That's all you do is draw.
Oh, dude, I'm honored and that humbles me, man, because I've seen your improvement. I've been following your improvement. And it's kind of the same thing, man. I'm just like, yes, we're doing it. This is not, it inspires me in the sense that like there's a brotherhood of people out there that are like me. Maybe not exactly my age, but within the same age type of group with a similar background towards how I wound up coming back full circle to comics. And I'm just like, that inspires the hell out of me to like keep pushing and keep doing better and just trying to, put out the best product I can. This is my dream, man. I'm like looking at it. Like, I don't know how old you are. I think you're younger than me. So
how
like,
old are you?
I'm turning the big 50 this year.
I got you. I'm 5'2".
So,
but we're the same generation then. So
Yeah.
we're facing the same dog.
yeah.
That's so cool. And it's probably why I relate to you so much, man. Because really, the thing is, we're old, but we have the drive. We know what it takes. We've lived life. We've done the jobs we hated and succeeded at and had to, scratch our living along. Now we're doing something we love. And you can ask Diana. I don't even see the light of day sometimes on the weekends. It's like, I can't wait. We have a 4-day weekend coming up.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's like, dude,
3-day
that's like
weekend,
10 hours,
honey.
12 hours a day, easy.
And that's all he
No,
does.
it's 3-day for you. It's 4-day for me.
Why?
Because my district elected to give us Friday off.
You have Friday off
Yes,
too?
I do. Yes, I do.
You
So that means
lucky
Cluster
guy,
Fudge 2 will be right along. So we're doing Cyclopean 2 is already done, which is kind of weird. We're promoting this book that like I've already finished.
Right.
And we're, I'd say 3/4 the way through Cluster Fudge 2.
Mm-hmm.
But so while you guys are here, we have a little debate going on in our little production team.
That's
I
me
want
and
to
Chris.
stick Cyclopean 1 in the same book as, or I'm sorry, Cluster Fudge 1 in the same book as Cluster Fudge 2 as
I
one
say
complete
no.
volume, and my editor is not for it.
I don't think I actually don't think you should have them in the same book. I think they should be separate books.
And here's my thing. I said to him when he proposed this idea, I said, you could make a tier where somebody who's never had the first Cluster Fudge and they want to get both. So you could have a tier where you get both books, right? Like you do
Right.
now, or you can have a tier where you just have, the Cluster Fudge 2. And you can even add a tier just to Cluster Fudge 1 if they have, you know what I mean? Like,
here's my concern.
what
When
is your
well-read
concern?
reviews read the book, they were all like, yeah, it's very dark. It leaves you in a dark place, yada, yada, yada. So I want to put the positive right next to the negative. Like, I don't like having that swinging out there in one issue.
Yeah,
Now,
but that happens in a
probably-
lot. That happens in a lot of books too.
And if you have a tier where you get both books, Cluster
Yes.
Fudge 1 and 2,
Yes.
don't combine them. What about all those people that bought Cluster Fudge 1? They don't want to have another big book that, I don't know. I just thought
I'm with Diane on this, and here's my reasoning. Right? Okay. One of the things that it's hard for us to do, right? But one of the things we have to do is we have to put on our business pants every now and then, and we have to look at things through a business lens. And from a business standpoint, what you want to do, her suggestion of having a tier where they can also buy issue number 1, absolutely.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that is better for business. That's true.
But I would hold off until you're at like Cluster Fudge number 4, right? Before you do a compilation. Then you could do like when you got 4 issues done, you've done 4 campaigns for them, you've got you've printed it and blah blah blah, but now you can now do a collected edition, run an additional campaign, and that additional campaign, that's all, because one of the benefits we have is when we do stuff like this. This is not my product, this is Tim's. But I mean, say this was my own IP, right?
Right.
I did 4 issues of this, right? Then I'd have 4 issues of content that I own that I can then turn around and put together at some point in time. I don't have to put any extra work in other than putting together the print files, and I could put a campaign together, and that's like all profit. You know what I mean? Aside from the printing costs, and that's where the business pants come in.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know if he'll do more Cluster Fudge 3 and 4, but we could still re-release it.
Right. The talk is Cluster Fudge 2 should be it. Cluster Fudge 1 was going to be it, and then there was just too much.
But you chose that ending. Oh,
The ending that you chose. It's easy for ongoing story with the character with what you did.
That's a problem as a writer. I don't write like the ends. Like in Last of the Reapers, I actually have the end of the world, and yet it's not the end. There's a place where I could have taken the story But that was just a place and time. You know, I wanted to do a Halloween style book.
Mhm.
I had the Werebear guy that I was using, author from Mecca Cheese, and I had fun with it. So, I mean, you know, it's not even my best work, but I sure enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, I do crazy things, especially when we're selling, like, you know, we're having a hard time hitting 500 for a book. I'm like,
Yeah.
now's the time to play.
Right.
So
Well.
on that note, right? So
Mhm.
I want you to DM me the link for your book because I'll put it in the description of my shows,
Mhm.
Great.
my
Awesome.
streams, and I'll put you guys too.
Yep.
How many days you guys got left on your campaign?
5.
5.
5. Okay,
Yeah, and-
so you need like $150 more to reach your funding
Exactly.
goal, right?
Exactly.
Now, here's the question: you guys are doing Kickstarter, so what happens when you reach your funding goal? Does it stay? Do you stay raising money for a period of time, or is your 5 days? That's it. You're up.
That's it. And I mean,
Yeah, 5 days and you're up. Yeah. It's not
the,
like
the
Indiegogo.
no, and the thing about it is, it's been
With
good for us as a machine to move issues along. But
to get our name out, build an
it's not like
audience, you know?
Indiegogo where we can extend it and make more money. And with Clusterfudge, it does go on Indiegogo, so
Yeah.
we'll see the difference there, I'm sure.
Although somebody suggested we were on
Doing both?
RJ's show. Yeah, he said we should also put this on Indiegogo. He said there's no reason why you shouldn't cross over to both platforms. So
Yeah.
we've never done that before, but I'm really thinking about it because I really, right at this point, we're still trying to build our readership. We're trying to build our audience. My feeling is, you know, we've been doing this hardcore now for about a year, the campaigns, the crowdfunding rather. And I feel like, you know, with 5 days left, we should have made the 500. That's not that much.
Well, we'll
That's
still
not-
make it. I know we will, because
Yeah,
it's
I'm
how the
confident we
campaigns
will,
work.
but
It's just this is the last show before the
yeah,
last Hero Shack Chronicles.
exactly.
And
So
since you're not going to shave your head, we don't have any incentive tonight.
Sorry.
what about? Okay, well, I was thinking of this earlier. What if Diane commits to dyeing her hair some crazy color?
I would do that, and my color would be purple because that's my favorite color.
Okay,
I would
okay.
do that 100%.
Well, okay, what's your least favorite color?
Come on, you're so
Say
mean.
purple. Say purple.
My least favorite
Say
color.
purple.
Can I just say that I honestly don't have a least favorite color? I really like.
Oh, I could find one that you don't like.
Oh, like something like canary yellow, like washed out.
I was thinking yellow. Could you see me in yellow? That'd be like kind of weird.
Well, that's like almost blonde, which is what you are. So.
I know. I could be like platinum, like white. Oh, white. Oh my gosh. Could you see me with white hair?
No, that would look like gray hair.
White would be
gray.
cool. White would be cool.
Could we get some purple stripes in there? I'd like that. I could do that.
Why,
It would be good. It would be good for Halloween too, right?
It would be, right? I could just wear it up when I go to work.
Dyeing?
My kids would love it. No, you do not get to do the dyeing. Oh, God. Okay.
No, that's the catch.
Oh, Vic. How dare you?
I'll do a natural. I'll get the purple grapes, and we can smash them in your
Well,
hair.
or what you do is you pull the audience for the color.
Listen,
yeah.
Mr. Magoo over there.
Diana.
Oh, you have a tier, right?
Thanks, Carrie.
You have a big tier. It's $100 tier.
Yeah.
Whoever gets the $100 tier, right,
Just to pick my hair color.
gets to pick your hair color.
There you go. I could do
Oh,
that.
that could be cool. So check this out. We haven't done anything yet, but I'm going to show you the wheel. Ready?
Yeah.
So you just,
we spin it if you back our book.
but
That's
look, it's
what
on
happens.
HeroShack.com, honey.
Oh, I like it. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I embedded
really
it.
cool.
I don't
And-
really like the wheel part.
Oh, okay. So I didn't back it tonight, but I backed it a couple days ago. Do I get a spin?
You should. You
Yeah.
should. You want one?
You can have a spin.
I don't care.
Absolutely.
All right,
Yes.
you ready? I'll do this one for you. You ready?
I've
Okay.
got my paper ready.
Now I'm clicking it hardcore so it spins really good.
I'm
That's
clicking
me
it
clicking it.
hardcore.
Here
I
we
don't know
go.
if that really works, Chris.
It did work. It went longer.
Oh, wow. All right.
T-shirt.
Yay, you got a t-shirt.
So,
Okay.
honey, what kind of T-shirts do we have?
Well, okay. I have to get them. Hold on. I literally just came in from a meeting from work, guys. So I kind of
I'll
ran
grab
in
the
the
one
house.
where
and-
it's Cyclopean by himself, not
Yep.
the like the whatchamacallit, not the
Not
So
the
are you
workout
talking
one. We
about
have
bench
these
edition?
tonight. These are
Oh, that's
just
the old.
black, the old
Yeah,
logo,
that's
but
the
they're
original
they're
logo.
really their original logo. Yeah.
So the first year we did it, we went out to conventions and did print on demand. And
I have
pushed
this
their
guy.
scrapbooks.
yeah. I'll take that one.
This is the one you want. White.
I don't care
Okay.
what color it comes in, and probably extra large would be best for me.
Okay.
He is part of our crew, Chris.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because we've got more creators that come to our show than anything lately, and it's
I
a
know.
good thing. In fact,
Yeah.
somebody was private messaging me in StreamYard. I lost track,
Oh.
but he was talking about wanting to know
To
if we could
draw or
help him
something,
learn
right?
How to draw, yeah. And I told him there are draw streams planned.
Mm-hmm.
I think Rick was the one who just sent me a message asking me if I'd participate on Saturdays.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes, we did.
Starting in October, it's just going to be a casual draw stream where everybody who comes on just draws whatever they want. You know,
Mhm.
I'm going to bring in everybody in through my Discord, and it's going to be over on Rumble. They have no draw streams on there.
What's a Rumble?
A Rumble is like
YouTube. It's
like
another.
Is that
video.
something we should look into, Christopher?
honey, you're the business manager.
Well, but I'm not very good at it.
The good part is you can mirror everything that you do on YouTube. You can mirror over onto Rumble.
Okay,
Yeah.
is that like a whole different audience, guys?
A little bit, yeah. They're
All right.
a little bit more conservative, and you can say pretty much anything you want.
Okay.
They don't police your politics like they do
Mhm.
here on YouTube.
Okay. No, that might be
Although I
good.
always drop the bad words, not the worst words, but I guess words that are supposed to trigger algorithms.
Algorithms. Yes.
But-
And like I never
But-
get in trouble with them, so I guess I'm fortunate.
But I'm up to like 40 subscribers over there.
Nice.
I've been putting my verse of the day that I do
That's
here
cool.
over there. I've got some of the my art stuff over there, but they a couple months ago they started doing the live stream stuff. But you
Oh,
need
it's
to pay
really good.
$25 a month to be doing their live stream unlimited and all that. So recently our finances have improved a little, so I'm going to be experimenting, and I wanted to do something different over there that I'm doing on YouTube. So I figured get a bunch of artists together, and just draw. We talk about whatever, whatever comes up.
Yeah.
Is anybody here other than Terry thinking about doing the 24-hour comic this year?
I think I thought about it because of you guys. But yeah, I'm not sure whether you follow me on Twitter or not, Vic, but you're welcome to join too on the Saturdays. It's going to be Saturdays at about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard. And you just come on and draw whatever you want. We'll talk about whatever you want. There's going to be like no swearing or whatever. Keep it clean, and all that. No drama.
Well,
I thought you were going to say no drugs.
No drugs on stream. You got to pregame it. You got to pregame it, right? Here's the thing, right? So, I never had like this ability before. So now I have home internet now, and I'm been building my YouTube channel. I got just under 100 subscribers right now, and that's like within the last month. So I'm like I'm excited. I've gotten used to drawing on stream. So yeah, I'd love to join you guys. I think that'd be awesome. Because I just haven't had the chance to kind of hang out with my fellow creators and to kind of do that sort of socializing thing. And here's the thing, man. The only thing that can come of it is good,
Right.
Like we build each other up, and I'm really stoked for that. Like I remember last year people doing there were a few different people doing the 24-hour comic. Like I know Simon Potier, he did it one year, and I'm like, oh, I wish I could do that, you know.
Right.
Both
It's a
with the
marathon.
capability and yeah, I would absolutely get into that. So let me know if that does wind up being like a 24-hour comic book thing. I'll get in on that.
Yeah, Terry's the master knowledge guy on that.
Yeah, there is. There's 2 groups on Facebook doing it.
You're very mumbled, Terry. We can't
No,
make anything you're saying.
Now I said there's 2 groups on Facebook doing it. One group is called the Graphic Novel Artists and Writers Group, and then there's the 24-hour Comics Online group.
Yeah, and
That's
in
what we
October,
did last
right?
year, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
Maybe we could start our own.
We could
You know what I
actually.
mean? Yeah. And
I
then
looked into
way
that for you guys.
But the way they did it was really cool because they had the 24-hour comic, and it was a Discord server, and I was in one with Terry, and I guess I'm not sure how that worked. If we could have been in our own Discord and just joined or somehow, but I ended up meeting like people who were like one of the guys who helped found it. I guess one of the the runners, the organizers. He was bouncing room to room and checking everybody out, and I failed this time. Terry, was it? I think I did 14 pages in 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And then I finished it up for the back end of Last of the Reapers. I threw it in there as an add-on, but
how many pages you got to get done? 20?
24.
24.
Yeah.
24. Also a page an hour?
Yeah.
Approximately, but technically, if you want to sleep in that 24 hours, I'd say no, or eat or sleep.
Well, you know, though,
whatever.
I really tried to do the 24 hours. About the 18th hour, I was losing it. And by the 20th hour, I was literally like hallucinating because I draw digitally, so I had to stare at the screen for 20 hours. So this year, I'm not sure how I'm going to do what I'm going to do, but I'm going to try to do what I'm going to do and make it happen better. Like I'm already considering a shift in style for a simplicity type comic strip that'll be 24 pages. I have a story that my rabbi asked me to do out of the Old Testament. So I think I'm going to do it, but I need to consult him to find out exactly what it is he sees in this story. But it's when King David celebrates the return of the Ark to Israel or to Jerusalem. And it's a cool little story, but I'm like, okay, what am I looking at here? Because he's a rabbi. So like if I see an apple, he sees something incredibly different.
Right. That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. So I need to consult with him as an expert and say, okay, what are you looking for here? Because I'm clueless, you know. But that's probably what I'll do for the 24-hour comic. Because the last time I did like a hero that kills who went into a camp that was being run by a superpower guy that was doing some weird, nasty stuff with rich people. So yeah. Cyclopean 2 has no nasty stuff. It just has a really cool giant squid.
You know something? I remember seeing Cyclopean 2 several years. I mean, not 2, but I mean Cyclopean, the character, a couple of years ago, and I'm sitting there going, you know, it's just the oddest looking character, but it's totally grown on me, and I'm like sitting there like over the last couple of years going, you know what, he's got something here. At some point in time, it's going to break out, you know, because it's an iconic kind of look, you know, that's different than anything else that's out there, which makes it something that I think, you know, at some point in time, like I could see it as a cartoon for kids. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And Diana's got a lot of vision on that. I literally created him when I was a kid. So that's kind of like cool. And I actually do think I found a source of inspiration for it, which is kind of funny. But Sega Space Harrier, I think is the name of the game.
Oh, yes.
They had a big like elephant mammoth thing with one eye. And very much so, I think that might have influenced the Cyclopean because I made him as a kid. I remember we had to make him as a villain because myself and 3 other friends, we all were superheroes in a comic book I made, of course. And so I had to have a villain.
The story.
And the one-eyed villain seems scary to me.
Well, the thing that I love about Cyclopean is, you guys are going to laugh, but I find him very endearing and charming. And that's because I've read the story as I edit it. So I read it all the time. And it's just, he comes across as like this young man that's been thrust into this superhero situation. He didn't ask for it. The government just said, hey, you have powers. You're different looking. And this is what we're going to do. And I just think as you read the story and you get to know him a little bit more, like from the first book, which was just sort of like, hey, this is Cyclopean and this is who he is. And now the second story, it evolves a little bit more. You see him grown up a little bit more. And I find it to be...
The thing about it is, and she's not, I don't know, it's not really fair to put her on the spot like this, but in the first 2 stories, there are things that are just like any serial storytelling. There are seeds being planted for future issues, future stories. And it's so cool because like I'm watching her enjoy stuff, and you would think as an editor she'd be more aware, but she's not, because I keep all this stuff locked up and just kind of, okay, honey, I got 10 pages for you. Here you go. Well, I found my writing method is not the professional writing method, okay?
Not at all. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Even when I write a real script, I deviate so far from it when I start creating the story, in the sense that when I'm storytelling, sometimes what I've written doesn't look good. So I have to like re-envision it on the spot because I know where I want the story to go, but I know that what I'm going to draw isn't going to look good.
Right.
So Diana gets like this little pitch. Honey, I'm going to have this little boy run out and get the mail and come back. And she goes, okay, let's do it. And by the time she gets the copy on the next week, I'm sorry, honey, when he went out to get the mail, it was raining. So he had to go get an umbrella. And she's like, whoa, what happened here? Yeah. And she likes what I do, but like I never seem to.
It's very different. It's like, he doesn't do like a storyboard. He doesn't do, anything like as an outline. He just writes. And so you never know. I never know when I do my reading on a Sunday, my editing on a Sunday. I never know how the script has changed from the week before.
Right. She has to start from the beginning because there are always adjustments. And sometimes there are pages added and sometimes pages removed. Right. And as an artist, that's the hardest thing. When I spend like a day on a page and then I just realize it's got to go. So that's what ends up in the art books and the bonus books. Because you just can't let it go completely. But it's like, it can't be in this book. I got to move it. It's not
But most people do not write like that. Most people, their brains don't work.
Well, they don't have the luxury of it. That's the one beautiful thing about being a solo creator, because if I was doing this to a writer or an artist, they would kill me.
They'd fire you.
Dude, I know I sent you the script.
I'd like to fire you sometimes if I could possibly do that.
Can you imagine Vic getting a call in the middle of the night from Tim? Hey, I sent you a script. I know you did like 3 pages, but we got to change 2 of them and add 4. And you'd be like, what? And then the next day you get another call. Scratch the 4. We're only going to add 3.
Oh, you know what? I actually wind up doing that to Tim. Tim gives me like, because what Tim does is he gives me these breakdowns that he does. They're kind of like his quick little drawings of what he'd like to see for the action on the page and stuff. And then I take it and I'll draw it up. And then there was one space where I'm like, you know what? This doesn't work because we just jumped from this scene to another part of the fight scene where he's now got a guy, and none of it makes any sense to me. So I'm like, you know what we need? We need a double page spread. And Tim's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, but I'm just sticking like page count. And I'm like, we need it. And he's like, all right. He's flexible, but I do that. I wind up doing that to him, so I know I drive him crazy. I know I drive him crazy because he's always like,
"You guys sound like Jack Kirby and Stan Lee when they was arguing about the Silver Surfer."
Yeah.
I got to tell you though, I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one. I love 2-page spreads, and that was one of the things that's carried over from Last of the Reapers when I started playing with it.
Right.
Every book I do now has to have at least 2 or 3 good ones, and I know that's overkill, but if you get used to doing them, you learn to do them better. So
it's actually, here's the thing, man. But that was half the magic of like the late '80s Marvel and the Image books, is that they had these like, they'd have like the pages that had like the 10 panels on them, but they'd break it up with these 2 or 3 sets of double pagers,
Right.
Yeah.
Stuff that you'd be like, you'd look at it and it was so awesome. You were like, I want to put that on my wall.
Yeah. And some
Yeah,
people
that's when they make a poster and sell it to you to put on your wall.
So here's something I wanted to ask you, right, Chris? With 5 days left on Cyclopean 2, right?
Yeah.
What's your schedule like this weekend?
Oh, I really don't know.
He's
plan
wide
on doing
open.
a lot of drawing, but my business manager there is the one who does all my planning. Literally,
wide
like I know
open.
that sounds like a cop out, but
No.
if I don't lean on her like that, nothing gets done.
So what I'd like to, the reason I ask is I'd like to have you on my channel, right?
Yeah.
And I know I don't have, my channel's really not
Hey,
big or all, but
don't even worry about that. We'll hang. What time?
I get, okay, great. Maybe on Saturday, would Saturday work for you?
Yeah. As long as I can draw like you are. Like right now, I'm not drawing because I have to pay attention in case we actually sell something.
No, I would definitely want you to draw. I mean, that's the whole thing. It would be just to like really kind of, because there's a few people on my stream and everything that probably aren't aware of your book, and that would definitely be interested in, especially like, here's the thing, and I would definitely encourage the Indiegogo portion, because like doing it on Indiegogo after Kickstarter.
Yeah, we're gonna
for this reason, right? Like, there are people within Comicsgate and the people who back from Indiegogo who will back your book simply for the fact, for that tier where you're sending books to the teacher.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's not, I mean, there's no shame in like getting that kind of sale. You know what I'm saying? Because
no, of course not. I mean, think of it. It'll be in the hands of young people. Isn't that the market that we want to target? Because young people right now, I mean, comic books for the longest time haven't been very popular with the younger generation.
No, and
manga's totally sweeping through it.
Right.
The stuff that Marvel's putting out and DC are putting out is loaded with like not only politics, but really adult themes and in adult sexual situations.
Yeah.
That's not, none of that was in comics when I was a kid, when I was reading it. I mean, sure, like X-Men had some allusions to relationships and things like that, but there were no straight out sex scenes. There was no,
and there were no threesomes. What the heck is going on with Wolverine, Cyclops, and Phoenix?
What?
These people, well, they've got 3 of the main characters, just like they're in a trimogamous relationship or something. Well, that's the thing. So, like, if you're out there and you're like a family man or woman,
right,
and you want a comic book for a kid, Cyclopean does not do any kinky stuff.
No,
he does wear a little bling on occasion, but he's a good guy.
He wears a little bling. Hey, Vic, I have a question for you. What time on Saturday are you thinking?
Well, what would work for you guys?
Chris?
Anytime.
Would you prefer like evening, or are you thinking?
Yeah, well, anytime really, because so my schedule for this weekend, if it goes uninhibited, is I'll be at the kitchen table drawing or at the drawing board drawing, literally like. So I got to get Cluster Fudge to a certain point because we really want to launch it in time for Halloween, and it's getting tight.
Yes,
And
I definitely get that.
yeah. But I can
technically,
hang
you
with
could
you in
probably
any
lo-
stream happily. I'll just be drawing alongside. Like I love what you're doing. It's just hanging out and drawing. That's like the best.
Can you do that,
technically,
Chris?
you
I
could
can. I
lo-
just don't know if I can focus. I'll try.
you
Well,
could
that's
probably launch Cluster Fudge as soon as you're done with thing on Indiegogo because
Yeah.
We are. I have a
yeah,
pre-launch page.
you know how many pages have you got done of Cluster Fudge?
Well, I was gonna make that announcement that we are launching the pre-launch page next week for Cluster Fudge 2 on Indiegogo.
You
And
know
the reason,
what? I'd put it up now because have people go over there and sign up at the same time. You know.
well, I
Well,
don't have
they're
it all done yet. I'm waiting for my
He's
husband to
waiting on
give
me to
me.
look at it.
No, he's got to give me some promo videos. He does all the video stuff. I
Yeah,
take care of them.
I need to talk to you because I need to upgrade the program.
I don't think you guys did Cluster Fudge 1 on Indiegogo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys have fulfilled that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So-
Actually, we did the best we've ever done on that.
Well, that was because of the hair cutting.
It doesn't
too.
matter. It was the best we've ever done.
Testify was kind enough to have us on his show, and kind of Chris volunteered his hair to get it funded.
Yep.
So here's the thing, right? Because you already have, you wouldn't get any flack from customers, right? Because you already have all the artwork done for Cyclopean 2. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's all set and ready to print and go, right?
Right.
Yep.
Mhm.
You already have fulfilled a successful campaign on Indiegogo, so Indiegogo won't give you any grief.
No.
You could actually run both concurrent. Like you could do like both your
We could do Great Cyclopean and Cluster Fudge is what you're saying.
right. Yes.
How
Yeah,
many
we could.
pages? How
And
many
nobody-
pages? Oh, sorry.
Oh no, that's all right. Nobody's going to give you any grief. That's all I was going to say. You know what I mean?
Who says
Oh.
no? Who's saying no? Chris.
Oh, I'm
Reeves?
sorry. I was responding to Tim. Tim said this.
Gay Superman.
Oh.
Yeah, with
No, because
I
there
got
is a
all
lot
confused.
of talk. There's a lot of talk of Superman going gay. Basically, if it's a DC comic, they're probably gay at this point. And I'm not making fun of them. It just seems like every week it's like, hey, remember that guy that was in the 4th issue that held the newspaper in front of Batman's house? He's gay too. It's like everybody is gay. And
So
so,
I'd like to-
Superman is the next one on the block. They're going to try to probably, I don't know.
yeah, just because they did what's his name? Tim
Right.
Drake. They made him bisexual.
Right.
So
It's
you-
actually not. It's actually not Superman. It's Superboy, but he's he's taking over for Superman. So it's not our Superman. It's
Right,
you know.
right.
Um,
Yeah, so
but-
it's different, but it's still it's a little weird for me being so. Vic, you got to understand this. At 50 years old, I'm watching all this stuff, and like I just don't care anymore. I'm like I'm working on my own properties. I'm reading great independent books. Like I see these things that like they're doing for controversy, like the Bebop cowboy thing. I was into it for about 4 hours, and then I was like, this really is stupid because they're just going to make their stuff and we're just going to complain and it's going to go on, and it ends up helping the trash know, programming anyways. They end up selling more and getting more attention because people are outraged, and I'm like, I don't care. I'll spend my time rerunning Alita, my favorite movie from 2019.
So
how many pages do you have done of Cluster Fudge? Of how many?
Number 2, we're looking
Yeah.
right now. I believe I just finished 42 pages.
42.
Yeah.
Do you
But it's
know
going to
how
be
many
at least
books?
60. And by the time I'm done, it might be up to 80. It's just, it depends on the flow of the story. Like,
Yeah.
the spacing and the timing has to be right. And, you know, like when you add a ripple to the pond, you have to adjust. And it sounds crazy, but it's kind of fun because Cluster Fudge can be kind of crazy.
Sounds like you might need to try and break it up to a third book.
Well, see, my thing is I want to try to get to the finish line because
he wants to get it done. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm going to step in.
it's a depressing
Him
book.
writing Cluster Fudge is very depressing. Like, he is such a grump to be around because he's got to go, as a writer, you have to kind of get into that character mindset. And Cluster's a messed up dude. Like, so I'm living right now with a messed up dude.
Well, not only is Cluster a messed up dude,
and he's got to
but we're
draw
dealing-
this stuff. I'm like,
Right,
oh,
we're dealing with like a
God.
dozen demons that are being wrangled up by 2 Grim Reapers to put Cluster on a spiritual trial with a little girl's life in the balance, her soul.
Right.
So it's kind of like, yeah, I get, it's just weird. Like, so I've noticed in Cluster Fudge too, there's not as much sexuality in Pride and stuff. There's been a lot more character development.
Mm-hmm.
But the development has been understanding what's happening, and it's really, I don't know, even I'm reading it and going, ooh, that's kind of weird.
Maybe you write it, get it all written and drawn and all that like you want to, but it, because what was first book, 40 pages?
Right.
Yeah.
So I hear what
and
Rick
if you
is
get up to
80, you could easily do half the book for Cluster Fudge 2 and then
have
run
3
that
as well, yeah.
So I can see that. I can see how you could do
I
that.
should,
That would be really
I
cool.
should tell everybody I do have a new artist coming on board to help me with a variant cover. He's a fellow out of New Hampshire that I met at a convention.
He's
and
very
we've seen
cool.
him several times, right? His name's Quibbix, and I'll share some of his work in the next few weeks. But he's a horror artist. He's done, I guess you could call it fan art, but he did a sketch of Cyclopean for me and inked it out at a convention. I was so touched. I was like,
yeah, he came over
no
with
way.
it.
Yeah.
Like, here, he's really cool. He's a cool looking dude.
Timothy, I think it'd be better for a Cluster Fudge Melvin crossover.
You know what? Don't laugh. I've done crossovers with Cyclopean already. So in Hero Shack and Search of Heroes, my first 2 years, I was throwing all this stuff at the wall. And I recommend it only if you want to see where it came from. Not necessarily, it's not part of my current continuity. That's the word, continuity.
Yeah.
But I crossed over with a character in Pyramid Knights, which is a fellow out of Gardner, Massachusetts.
Yep.
So we actually did a story where his sage character named Priest Judas kind of explained Cyclopean's origin as it was understood at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say too much about it because it might reveal some of the things that we're incorporating in the current version, which is hopefully the final version. I mean, there'll only be another version if it's bought up by somebody like, Mattel, and then I'll just let it go and it'll be like the Turtles. The Turtles are nothing like what they started as. Well, maybe they are now because they have offshoots, but they really got commercial there for a while when Playmates were making all those toys. I think it was Playmates.
So did you guys decide on a time for Saturday so I could write it in my calendar?
You could always tweet me when you're ready or message me. Wait, they call it DMing today. That's the thing. DMing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hate to be like kind of like that. If that works for you, that actually works better for me because one of the things I do is because I'm doing I'm trying to do draw streams that push all the different stuff I'm doing. Like, okay, so just to give you an example, so I'll do a stream where I'm drawing Melvin, and then I'll do a stream where I'm drawing Artifice Reanimate, which is the book I have on Indiegogo right now.
Yeah.
And then like sometime this weekend, I'm waiting on Nasser to let me know, and I'm going to do the finishes digitally for a Asile 2 cover on stream. So I mean, I'm a busy dude, but as far as like the different projects I got going, but I want to make sure like if I'm doing Artifice, if I'm doing an Artifice stream, I want to have the Australians my writing team from Australia on board. And that doesn't usually happen until about 10 o'clock at night, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So pretty much anywhere before then would be cool. You know? So like,
Well,
I don't
my morning will start about 4 a.m. and I'm pretty much good until about 11 p.m. So yeah, anytime.
All right.
So, yeah.
We'll just hook up and message.
So afternoon on
just-
Saturday sometime? Mid-afternoon?
Sure. That'll work.
Okay.
Yep. Just send him a
Somebody
message. He'll be
let's
there.
see.
All right. And you know what?
What's that?
We'll make it all about Cyclopean too. So like I will draw a Cyclopean while you're drawing Cyclopean or whatever you're working on, and
Well, maybe I can draw one of yours just for fun.
Absolutely.
That would be super fun, guys. That would be really cool.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. Melvin or
to our friend here. I'm gonna say, is it a Jonas? You're the raw meat eater, right, bro?
Oh, you remember me?
I do. How are you, man?
Yeah. Oh, I'm pretty good. And you?
I'm all right. Good to see you.
Well, I'm not doing the best, to be honest with you.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, welcome to the
Yeah.
good time roll. Maybe we can cheer you up.
Yeah. Oh, I just
guys,
wanted to come and talk.
All right, that's cool. I have a quick question for Vic and Chris. This is something you guys are going to do. I don't have to be there, right?
No,
right?
you don't have to be there.
Good. Okay, good. Because I can't
you got
draw.
plans already?
Right, well,
You can be there if you want to, but you don't have to.
I might pop in like the chat to say hi, but I have Saturday is my day to do a bunch of different things. So yeah.
No, understand. My wife, when she's not working, is probably somewhere else doing something else. Coming home in a few minutes.
No. I'll be either in the garden, working on my stupid speech that I still haven't finished for class.
Or
get that done. Or redoing my office because I bought some.
So there's no
bookcases
weddings
and stuff.
planned, no baby showers.
Nope.
Wow,
nope,
no
nope.
cookouts?
I am going to be home. I'm going to be home the whole weekend.
It's okay. My stream is the man cave. Very
Good.
misogynist. We don't allow women.
I love it.
That's just
Perfect.
how I roll, and it's like
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
My man cave is like kind of groomed by a woman. I come in and I mess it up in a week, and then it's comfortable again, and she comes in and screws it all up again.
my whole room is my man cave because I don't know.
So I don't mean to pry. Are you married?
No.
Okay.
I'm single. I somehow skirted all of the different various attempts I made at getting married. So
I love it. My son is like that too. My son is like this old bachelor dude, and he's like, I'm okay like this. I can do anything I want whenever I want.
And he's not kidding. He does too.
Yeah.
He'll go to Disney at the drop of a hat. He does all sorts of crazy stuff. Like I sit there, I'm like, I will never go to Disney, and he's like, why not? It's fun, and off he goes. He's there.
I was exactly like that. I've been kind of like that. I mean, I did try to get married a couple times, like once to my son's mother, of course. I was trying to do everything the right way, and I really did. I really was in love with her and everything, but that didn't pan out. But you know what? Beyond that, I was totally okay with it. Now that I'm turning 50, I'm like, maybe I should start looking for a wife. Because that's you get to the point where you're getting older and you're like, yeah, maybe I don't want to die alone.
Yep. There we go.
Hey,
Yeah,
Diana.
Yes.
You really need to fix that picture. You look so
Well,
silly.
you know what the problem is?
Yeah, you look like me.
Earlier today, as I was working on Hero Shack business stuff, I needed to update your StreamYard account with the correct card. The correct.
I know, and I'm looking, and everything you type in the chat is coming out as me.
because when I logged on tonight, I didn't realize I was still logged into your StreamYard. So I could leave the end broad. So I'm looking at, you have 3 little pictures. I got the full right. Like I could end the broadcast if I wanted to.
Oh, you have all the rights then. See, this is good. Now we know how
Yeah.
you can help admin it.
Yes, but then I look just like you, how handsome I am. Isn't that great?
I'm not
Love
that
it.
handsome. That's a creepy looking picture, man.
Oh, you know what was creepy? I'll tell you what was creepy. That ending of your intro where you're doing the Cyclopean advertisement, you got half your head cut off. Like Cyclopean.
That is creepy, Vic. I agree.
That is creepy, but I love it. I love it.
So this is one of those gaiters that they use as a mask in masking situations. It's lime green. So all I was doing, I was goofing around. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, you can start to see how it. Yeah, and then
Green
I have more.
Yeah.
So it's silly, but it's fun. Bro, you've been busy.
You have a knife. You're gonna cut up
red
some
one.
raw meat and have a snack.
Yeah. So this knife's actually a duck knife. You can get them for a work knife purpose. Then the cops can't get on you for it, so you can carry these wherever you want.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't
have to
know.
worry
You know,
about that.
I don't ever have problems with cops.
Oh,
That's
I keep
fine.
always having problems with them. I hate police.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
You
that.
need to hang with me, man. I never get in trouble with the cops anymore.
Chris, what are you trying to do?
Look, I'm like the Karate Kid, only it's through my head.
Vic, why
See
did
that?
you even bring that? Now look at him.
I know. I'm sorry. You know.
That is a creepy video, though.
I
Look
love
at
it.
that
Yeah.
head.
That's why I like it though, because it's kind of like.
Oh,
yeah.
you
That's
can't even.
that's the next thing I have to do, right? Like my channel is very stripped down. It's very just I have StreamYards and I set up my stream and I go live. I put up a thumbnail, usually the same exact one, and then I just go live and it's just me raw. But you know what? I got to get in. Like I need an intro. I need this. And I don't know how to do all that shit. So because
I know how to use iMovie really well, right? That's a basic function thing. But I have to convince my editor to allow me to get the upgrade their Live Pro. It's $300, honey.
I love how he says that I have to get my editor. You guys know he's talking about me, right?
right.
Oh my
Most of
God.
us do,
Well,
anyway.
listen,
But you know what? You know what? I have to stand up for Chris here because I think that's very slick. Because that's better than saying I have to ask the wife. You
This
know
is
what I'm
true.
saying?
This is true. Yes, Terry.
That's very true.
Well, listen, guys. He'll have to come. He'll have to give me give me some information on it so I could review it. Then I have to check the budget. But in all fairness, I am going to Disney in about 3 weeks. So he'll probably get it because of that.
I guess who's not going?
Chris is not going because why does it? Wait. I've got to put my camera on for this. Hold on, guys. This is ridiculous. Tell everybody why you're not going.
Well, there's a multitude of reasons, but the biggest reason is Disney crapped all over my MCU. They destroyed Marvel,
He's
in my opinion.
very angry with Disney.
I'm not
because he won't
angry
go.
with them. No, I'm not. I'm happy for them. But it's like when you go out with somebody for a year and then you break up and you see them like they're dating somebody else that you wouldn't hang out with because they're weird. And you're just like, I don't like that. But like, it's cool. Go do your thing.
All
I'm
right.
just so over it now. I'm like, I would much rather pull up, anything other than a Marvel or a DC and
So
read that.
I am going to Disney with my son and daughter. And Chris was invited. I just want everybody to know I would love for him to come. He could still come. He could change his mind because we have plenty of room. But he does
know
not
what?
want to. Well,
That would be so wrong. It would be like it's just wrong. It would be like asking someone who can't swim to go in the deep end. It's like,
and then I said, you're better off staying at home and taking care of the dog and doing your thing
and
because
drawing.
And
Drawing.
drawing.
If I'm at Disney, I won't be drawing. I'll end
You
up
would not
getting
be
a
drawing.
virus or something and like grow horns out my neck. And
So anyway, so you will probably get your upgraded whatever it is that you were talking about.
So,
you don't want me to because of the effects.
Chris and Rob, right? You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
Art party.
There you go, guys. Listen, I will be leaving on the 20th, I think it is. So my last show will be Wednesday, just before that. So we'll have to make
So
sure
I have
we
like 4
rally
rooms
some
that we can
support for
bunk
you.
artists up in. We can have everybody up here. Tell Larissa to give it up. We're going to be taking over all the bedrooms.
Oh, you're funny. No, you can just do it online. It's much easier. Everybody
Oh
would
no,
rather
we'll
stay.
gather together and party
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
week.
yeah, you're full of it.
Well, you know what? I'm in the same state, so I mean that's not entirely impossible.
Are you really in Massachusetts?
Oh yeah, I'm a masshole.
I did not know that. That's
All
the
right,
coolest thing ever.
Like,
I'm in
where
Boston.
is
I'm in
Apple?
Boston though. I'm in Boston. You guys are like south
an
and
hour and a half
west,
away.
right?
You're about 15, about an hour away.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
basically
you're not
almost.
too far. Don't think you're too far. You're a couple hours away from me, Vic. I'm in Ontario, near Toronto.
Oh yeah, but I don't go to communist countries. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, Rob. I'm kidding, man. So
It's
hey,
Rick. It's Rick, not Rob.
Oh, Rick. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Where did I get Rob from? I don't know. So Rick, let me ask you a question, man. I see.
No, I did not vote for Trudeau.
I see Snowdrift right there. Is that your newest?
Well,
is that your newest project?
Sort of, yeah. I'm having my second issue of my Canadian Shield, which I did about 2 years ago. Crowdfunding. I did this year a coloring book, and my next campaign is going to be Canadian Shield #2 and Snowdrift #1.
Nice.
At the same time.
I like her looks. I gotta tell you.
Thank you. This drawing here, it was colored by me, but it was drawn by Eric Minatowski.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I love Eric's work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's
a great guy.
And we got the print or the drawing.
Yeah.
And it's just he's the real deal.
He's
It's
a
nice.
he's a really nice guy.
Can you send me a digital copy of that? I never got it from him. I was wanting to color that. But were you were gonna ask something about when I was a kid or whatever? I think there, Vic.
Oh, when you were a kid? No.
Something about. I thought you were gonna ask something like that. I thought I heard something like that.
No. It was just about. It was just about Snowdrift. I thought.
Yeah. I've got an army of characters. I am going to be. I've always planned to become part of at one time, as I figured it, the big three. You know, Marvel, DC, Cross Comics. You know, I've always been planning for that. I have like 7 major characters. I have probably a minimum of 1 comic written for each of them. Snowdrift, I've got 8. Canadian Shield, I've got 8. My third character, the Flame, I've got 12. I got 5 for Insecto. I think 1.5 for Ozona. 5 for my character, the Wiz, and 2 for my character, Electide. And I basically have planned after the 7th character, Electide's been out a year. She's had 12 books. Then they're going to form my version of the Avengers.
I just wanted to give you a shout out and a thanks for following me on Twitter. I definitely appreciate that, man.
And I followed. I also followed you on or subscribed to you on YouTube here too.
Oh, awesome! I'm also on Instagram.
I'll have to find you there.
The King Art on Instagram.
I got to see if I'm subbed you on YouTube. I don't remember if I am or not.
Well, it's pretty easy. It's Vic King Art. You just hit the sub button, and you get me closer. You get me closer to 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let me see. Every time I type in Vic King, it comes up Viking. There we go. Because I forget the space.
There's actually a few. There's actually a few Vic Kings, so you got to look for my little purple logo that says Vic King Art.
Hang on. I'm going to make sure I got this right. Plus, we can give you a little bit of exposure on it. All right, let's see. Share screen. Tab. I hope it's the right one. That'll be embarrassing.
That's
one?
me. Yep. That's me. Yep.
I thought
Look at
so. I recognize
all those videos I got already. You know what I mean?
You're the man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm getting going. I'm catching up to you guys.
Awesome.
Well, we like we used to make ministry videos, and then I've been doing the comic book thing for a little bit, but we haven't messed with it too much. It's something where that's why I've got to upgrade the video equipment, the video programming, because I've exploited it as much as it will allow, and I've used the upgrade and this will sound funny, in the community TV station. I did training there. So I'm like, yeah, this is what I want. It's only $300. We can make this work. Then we can do some really cool stuff, with the videos. I look at stuff like, I think it's Critical Blast has a really cool, like CG logo and, animated thing. And so does DA and Vicky, their show. And they're using basically, I think, pre-rendered CG stuff, but I want to do something similar, but not the same. Something high quality. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah.
Timothy, you probably didn't hear, but I logged into the StreamYard under Chris's name by accident, and so I am now Chris.
So yeah, Timothy's asking, so what you been up to, Jonas? I don't know if you can hear us. Oh, there you are. Cool.
Yeah, I can hear you. Well, just recently, for the past 22 days, it's been some of the hardest days, I think.
I'm sorry to hear that, kiddo. Nope, that's fine. I'm really sorry to hear that.
Just a really bad family. Got robbed, basically put in an area. I don't know. I don't want to say too much.
That's all right. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to, bro.
Just
hang out.
I would say more, but in the spot I'm in right now, it could be bad if someone hurt.
Right. You're better off just leaving it. Yeah.
That's right. You could sit here and laugh at us old folk trying to talk about comics.
Right. Speaking of comics, I just feel like I'm obligated to remind everybody that we are pushing Cyclopean 2, the Great Cyclopean.
Yes,
on Kickstarter. Link is in the description if you're watching this on replay. And you back it, let us know, and we'll give you a spin of the wheel, which will give you a bonus prize in your package.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll put it in the chat.
Okay, so like two people spoke, and I didn't catch either of you guys.
All right, so do I have to get the virtual beanbag again? If you hold the beanbag, you can speak. Remember in school?
You know what? I'm in toxic shock as it is. All I see is myself.
I know. Hold on a second. Okay, it's so weird. I'm looking at and I see Chris. I'm like,
I know. It is. It is kind of odd seeing Chris' face and your voice.
Well, I don't know if we can maybe change one of the icons. Like, I don't know how I can change the icons.
No, we can deal with it. We're grown ups. We can deal with it.
You're grown ups, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't think because you're logged into his account, I don't think you can change the icon.
Probably not.
You can't. It won't allow you.
So you would have to get out, go out and log in.
Honey, try to turn yours off again. See if it changed with mine.
Hey, Mighty Geek Studios. I love what you're drawing, man, but you're upside down.
I know. Chris, can't you make me violet or something?
Only you can make you violet, honey.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
There you go. Iron Dragon.
I love it. Yeah.
Very cool.
Move it down so we can see more of the drawing. The logo looks great.
If you can.
Yeah, if you don't mind. I don't want to make demands.
You're making demands of what? You're not making demands of this.
Very nice.
Interested in what's going on, that's all.
I like it. Like it. Like it. All right.
Yeah. And there's Vic. I was just trying to click back to the normal thing, and I'm like bouncing around. Welcome back, Jonas.
Hey. Well,
you guys just got to witness me. Have no idea what I'm doing.
This is actually a larger version of this.
Well.
Ah. Okay.
Let's say a better version.
Hey guys, I want to thank you for having me on. I got to go and get it. I got to go get a couple things done so I can start a stream with the Australians.
Yep.
But you know, I want to wish you all the best of luck in the next 5 days. Plus, also on Saturday, I will be in touch with you, Chris, and we'll do that stream for a bit.
I should be in the audience on Saturday. See now.
Hey, between everything, I'll probably do a little streaming on the side too. The first time I did it with just like music, and I don't know how well that went.
Oh, Rick, I apologize. I thought your draw stream thing was starting a little bit later, like not right away. Or is that something?
No. My draw, that draw thing is not going to be starting until at least October.
Oh, okay. Actually, I need to correct you. It's not October. It's Victober. All right, guys.
I'm gonna have to do something with Christmas now.
All right. Take care. Thank you for stopping over.
Guys.
I appreciate it.
And really, we need to shut down the show only because it's getting late. Well, for us it is because I still got to work full time. My manager hasn't sold enough books.
It's 10 o'clock where you are.
Yeah, that was a low blow, wasn't it, babe?
It's almost 10. That's all right.
Yeah, no, I can stay up a little bit longer, but I was kind of feeling it out. I thought Diana might go, I'm ready. But
no, I thought I was going to get a really cute, like one of your female characters for my face.
I can't change your icon. Only you can.
Oh.
It's a local thing. You can change it, but I can't. So if you like click down on your little face in the bottom and you click the little triple dot thing, it'll say edit name, edit audio.
Oh.
Yeah, that's your ticket.
Yeah, but I don't have any. Let me see. Upload.
You must have something on that computer you could change.
We got to upload it.
You could have. Yeah.
I'm getting so good at this stuff, guys. It's amazing.
She's almost not a boomer anymore.
Well, I don't know about that, but
hey, you took
he did say almost.
That's true. Although to her credit, she did manage to watch that series that I still haven't gotten a single episode in on.
Yes.
The Chosen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she did that on something digital. I don't know, some tablet or something.
So each account is all right. So I have to delete one. I'm gonna delete that one.
There you go.
All right.
Now you're the burning bush or just a campfire.
I don't want that one.
She's really on fire now.
Yeah.
Are those all my old icons that you're looking at?
Yeah. So now I gotta.
Funny.
Yeah. So the problem is you can only have 10. So wait a minute. I'm getting me a pit.
Well, you
hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm coming.
I'm not in love with every one of those.
There.
Yeah.
There I am. Ta-da! Yep. I did it. I'm so proud of me, guys. You have no idea.
I have an idea.
But my name, I don't know if my name, if I type it, it'll still come up as Chris, I think.
No, your name says Diana.
Yeah, but isn't that strange?
So, Diana, I'm spinning the wheel for you because you changed your icon. You won the gloss finish cover. Do you know in your description you wrote shiny cover?
Did I really?
Yeah. I'm like, does she not know what gloss is?
That would be something that I would do.
Yeah, well, let me show the audience at home. She left me this list to put on the
which is green paper, so you can't see it.
She left me this
before I left for work tonight.
Yeah. This camera thing is weird now because I have to look up at the camera. I have a big screen there, which looks like I'm looking away from you guys, and I have one down there, which is, I don't know what that looks like. You can see my hair is growing back from cluster fudge. Pretty soon I'll have a coif thing going on soon.
Yeah.
And then I'll be another year or so. I'll start to look like a Jonas. And about 4 years in,
With
I'll
his
almost
beautiful
have the
locks.
length of your hair. Yes. I had hair almost as long as yours.
Yeah,
and
I don't know
just
how
cut it
long
in
your hair
February.
goes, but it was long. He could get his hair was longer than mine at one point, Jonas. It was beautiful. It was thick. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we let her.
Were
cut
you
it on
jealous,
the air.
Diane?
I was so jealous. Yeah, I really was. I was like, oh man, it's not fair. I get this like thin.
Yeah, but come on, this is growing back quick. I'm gonna have hair again in about 2 years.
I believe the problem was that he could
Remember,
wake
this
up
was
and
all
his
the way
hair
down.
was sleep. Am I right, Diana?
With that, what'd you say?
I said I believe the problem was he could wake up and his hair would fall into place, where
There you go.
could not get it. You could not do that.
Like not. Nope. He did. He had that kind of hair. My
When
hair.
did
I wake up.
it's coming back.
It sounds like it was a very hairy situation.
It was a very hairy situation. It was
Well, the one
ridiculous,
thing
like-
I'm good at is growing hair, whether it's in my nose, my ears, or my head. It just
You don't have to get. That's way too much. TMI. Too much
And I guess it was
information.
hair today, gone tomorrow.
Oh no! Now Rick has started up. Oh dear God, help us! Oh no!
It's going to get worse.
It'll be fine.
So, honey, we're terrible salespeople.
Yeah, we
We
are.
have good friends, and we have a good time.
We do.
I don't think I'm cut out to be a salesman.
You're not. You're
No.
terrible at it.
People aren't.
You know, you should just create and write. Let
I
me do the
try, but
talking.
my wife keeps making me jump out into things.
So
Roo,
we
Rick,
have,
Roo.
I got us on Critical Blast last night. It was like
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah, I
we
did.
were on Marmaduke last night.
Oh yeah, Marmaduke. I'm sorry.
You gotta be true to the game.
Yes, Marmaduke. He needs to get a
We were
T-shirt.
interviewed by a Muppet.
A puppet.
No,
That
no,
looked like
not what was that? Marmaduke or Marmalade?
It's Marmalade.
Oh,
not-
Marmalade.
Hey, see what I'm saying? Oh my God. Where's RJ? RJ, I'm so sorry. I apologize to my husband all the time. Like,
Hey,
that's
RJ,
not-
just remember I was closer than she was.
He's such a dork. I love you.
We're horrible. We're like old senile people.
He is.
Well,
Mr. and Mrs. Magoo.
the only reason I do is because I see the ad on Twitter.
Yeah,
with
you
the
did. You
puppet.
shared him. Yep.
That was
So-
actually a lot of fun, though. I didn't think I would enjoy being interviewed by a puppet, but I did.
He's a really good guy. So
Yes.
yes, so we were there last night. Tonight we have our show. And then on Monday night we are going to be with let me get his name correctly. Pops. We're going to be on Pop's show.
And Saturday, of course, you're going to be on
Vic. Yep.
Rick King now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, that's part of the key. We haven't done any real publicity or anything, but I look forward to the days when we can get enough, of a footprint that we don't have to do a lot of publicity. Because if I could just sell the $500 books every month, I know that'll grow eventually. Like it's all growing very slowly, but it's growing. So
Plus we have 4 Comic Cons left this year. So we're in a
that's
good
if they're
spot.
not canceled. I mean, there's a new virus.
I'm going to be
It's
very
stronger
positive.
than-
I'm not even going to speak that into existence. Nope.
It's so strong now that it's strong.
Blah, 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 blah. Not going to happen.
Hey, so
Blah, blah, blah.
listen, how many
Yeah.
people here know anything about the NFL?
They play football, and I have a fantasy team that I have to pick people from, players rather.
So I just have to say this, even if you're not a fan, but I was quite happy as a Patriots fan to see Mac Jones take the starting position of the Patriots. While it was unfortunate that we lost Cam, I think that he refused to be a backup, so they parted ways. But I think Mac Jones is the future. and I was very excited. It is
sure
the-
you were.
I was, man, because you know what? Last year, Cam was really not a great quarterback, and this year he didn't look all that great to me. Like it looked like it was going to be the same guy. And Mac Jones is just like this kid coming out of college, just won the world championship in Alabama for college. I'm like, you know what? Put the kid out there, and they got to face Brady in week 4. So I'm like, get your best young talent on the field. And they cut out a lot of people this week, which they had to. Every team did, but I'm starting to think that this might be a scrappy enough team to do some damage. I don't know if they're Super Bowl quality, probably not, but they're going to be better than they were last year. Even if Cam had stayed as quarterback, the defense is much better. So I'm expecting, I don't know. I didn't pay as much attention last year as I could have. It just got, Patriots fans are spoiled. If they're not like 14-0, nobody wants to watch them.
I just looked at the chat from Mr. Timothy Olson.
I see that. I hate
Chris
to say
T
this, but
virus.
they did beat us last year.
Yeah, they did. They'll probably beat us again too.
I don't know. It depends. Truly, it depends on the rookies.
Right.
Mac Jones, the running back Stevenson. If they perform well, we have a shot at beating, I think, almost anybody. But of course, I'm a Patriot, tried and true. So I'm like, Bill Belichick will coach him up. And he didn't do it last year, so I don't know why I think he'll do it this year. But that's where I am. 6 Super Bowls later.
You could be like that. That's fine.
Hey, you always got to vote for the home team, right?
Yes, and it's funny because when I was in Florida, I lived there for 18 years. Tampa Bay was my second favorite team. I was a New England Patriot, followed by Tampa Bay. Tom Brady leaves New England after winning 6 Super Bowls, and where does he go? Tampa Bay. And I'm like, oh, this is so cool. So like the best quarterback of all time has played for my top 2 favorite teams. It doesn't get any better.
Belichick.
Well, it's like usually when you Bella.
I'm laughing at this thing.
I thought you made that word up.
No, Timothy did. I thought that was funny.
Well, I don't have the eyes you do, so like I have to put his Belichick chunk up there to see it. Hey, I don't know if you caught his interview today, but they asked him all sorts of questions about Cam, and he was his usual self. And they said, "So, Bill, was it a tough decision to make to cut Cam?" And he's like, "Well, I don't rank them or nothing." He went and answered the question. He said he doesn't rank the decisions. I'm like, oh, this is bad. Something happened though. There was speculation that they must have had a fight or something. Where he likely was told he was going to be, benched, and that just didn't work out. It's okay, Timothy. I love a good rivalry. Seattle is a good team, even if their defense is soft. You do have Wilson, who's like one of the best quarterbacks in the league, in my opinion. So you guys have just as much chance. A lot of this will have to do with injuries and the COVID. Does it shut down teams? One of the things that probably hurt Cam bad was last week he was out for 5 days for procedural offenses against the policies. So
really,
yeah. Well, he missed a test in the New England facility, and that's a no according to the contract they negotiated. So he had to sit for 5 days.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's
yeah,
just
well.
head.
It's just what it is. It's just what it is.
You're right.
Bella Chunk's thing. It is what it is.
Bella Chunk. That's so funny. I'm gonna have to remember that. I'm gonna have to tease my sister about that. She's a huge Patriot fan.
Well, next time you see her, I bet you she'll have a Jones shirt.
I know.
It's because she is kind of fair weathered like that.
I know.
So she'll get all caught up in the hype.
Is Terry still with us? He hasn't talked.
His picture's there.
Okay.
Is he falling asleep again?
Do you remember that other night he fell asleep? I think he did. He laid down and fell asleep and left his camera
Well, look,
on.
his camera's still doing the grain from the light, so it's a live connection. Maybe he just went to the bathroom.
Maybe.
I know dead air is good for the show, though.
What? Dead air is good for the show. Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Well, that means I'm not talking. So, like, it's funny if I talk, I watch the views go down, and if I get quiet, I watch them go up.
Because nobody wants to hear you talk. Is that what it is?
I think so.
That's so funny.
Hey, look at this! Look at this! He's talking NFL crap here.
I know. Did
That's
you see
awesome.
his question? He wanted to know why did Brady have a falling out with Belichick?
You know what? I think they did. I think the two of them were egomaniac styled, and Bill was like, "Screw you! I can win a Super Bowl with anybody," and Brady was like, "I can win it with anybody too." And so far, Brady's the only one who's been able to do it.
We'll see.
Yeah, but that was impressive what Brady did. You know, it's like, what is he now, 60, 65? And he goes to Tampa Bay, and he's supposed to be washed up. He even has a season that wasn't all that great. But when the time came, Mr. Brady proved who was boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, I mean,
That
it's
is
hard to
very
discount a
true.
guy in, you know, a year after he won the Super Bowl. It's like, well, he's probably still pretty good. I don't know. Then again, we've had some legendary quarterbacks who really sucked in the Super Bowl towards the end. What's his face from Denver, John Elway. He was carried across the line. So was Elway or Manning.
Yeah. Right.
Peyton Manning.
Chris,
on the last one, yes.
Why are we talking football?
I don't know, because I drifted, and you didn't say stop. Cyclopean 2 is on Kickstarter, and you can back it.
Yes,
tonight,
you can.
if you want.
You can back it. We have 5 days and counting. I'm hoping we make it.
Yes.
Well, look, no, it's only like what, $130 something, $31. I'm sure that the appearances will help.
Well, I think it'll be very
motivating me.
It's very sad if we don't. It'll be very sad.
We have to look at this as a learning experience. I have to do BETTER. I have to.
You have to do what?
BETTER. Better.
Oh, better. I couldn't understand what the heck you were talking about.
That was the English alphabet. BETTER. Better.
I know.
So, like, I don't know. Maybe I should take a year to do a comic and just paint every panel and stuff.
Maybe. That would be interesting. I don't think
if you could get the what's that?
I don't think you'd care for that though. That method.
Well, it's going that slow. It kind of changes a comic from a comic to like something else.
That's
a
true.
graphic novel, a graphic illustrated novel. Whereas, like, I like comics. I like, I like drawings that are good but not necessarily photographic, realistic. Do you know what I mean by that?
I do.
Yeah. And some of the best art is nothing more than a few squiggles and the talent to make them look like something,
Right.
I've been doing a lot of John Byrne studying lately again.
And
it always amazes me at how little he has to do to express so much. And that's the true sign of a master cartoonist.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing tomorrow. Do you guys got anything that you're supposed to be on tomorrow night? Any shows?
I don't know. Let me ask my editor.
What's that, sir? Yes.
Do we have any appearances for tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night. What's tomorrow night? Thursday? No, we do not.
Chris should try and get some sleep and try come on the John and Quarter fan edition. All you have to do is go into the Discord, and who cares what they're drawing tomorrow night? Draw whatever it's supposed to be. But hopefully you could, promote in the Cyclopean a little just by talking.
Right.
Yeah. That's true.
I may do that.
I'm going to try and get on no matter what myself. And if you're not there, I'll do it for you. But, you know, it's better coming from you.
I don't think I've ever even seen that show. Is that the Mike Miller show?
No, this is the fan version that came out of it.
Oh, all right.
And actually, if you win the night, you can technically get up. You're supposed to be able to win to get on Mike's next week.
Oh.
Oh, that's how that works?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Now, who's this guy?
Which guy, honey?
The show you're talking about. I don't think I've heard him before.
Well, I've told you about it several times about contacting different people to get on it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't remember. his name.
Drawn and quartered fan edition or ultimate edition.
Okay, I don't have him listed on my list. You did you DM me that name too?
Well, I didn't DM you that name. I said DM One Doom Rabbit before. Most recently to try and get on. So they will actually do Cyclopean, draw that Cyclopean that night.
Right.
And back when you were doing Cyclopean 1, I said to contact either Pixel, Booster Kiwi, or Chester Busby to try and get on.
Okay.
So my question is, at what point do I get angry at my manager?
You can't. It's not allowed.
Yeah, I'm not allowed. Oh, great.
No.
Not even a little bit. Can I pretend?
Because you know that
is it wait, is it Chester C. Busby?
Yeah, you can contact him, but I think the one mainly now doing the thing of for promoting a comic book, like having everybody draw Cyclopean that night, is One Doomed Rabbit. I think let me find where I last.
Long Jim Rabbit? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the last one that I gave to you, twitter.com, One Doomed Rabbit.
Contact One dude. No wonder I couldn't find it.
One Doomed. Doomed, as in you are doomed to repeat this moment forever in your mind.
I'm doomed. All right, let me find that. You know what I've typed in? Long Jim Rabbit.
Well, right there, in there, if you just click that link, I put the link for you to.
Oh.
Click. That way it's easier.
You got it, babe.
I'm trying, guys. Come on now. I'm looking for it.
Okay, I feel it coming.
But no, like if you go into our thing together, my correspondence to you,
yeah,
right at the beginning of contact, where I say contact this guy, that twitter.com thing is a link.
Oh, yes, I see that.
Hey, welcome back, Terry. I bet your Diana just woke you up, right?
Terry's not back.
Yeah, I see his hand moving.
Listen. I had to get the Twitter open. I had to go to the DM. I had to scroll down to find you. This is a lot of work for a lady at 10 o'clock, for crying out loud. All right, hold on. I found it. All right. One Doomed Rabbit. Contact this guy about doing Cyclopean on Drawn and Quartered. He sent this to me July 7th. I'm so sorry. Oops, I missed it. I missed that bad. Okay, I'm going to open it up now. I'm going to check him out. Anyways.
So, listen, I hate to do this, but I'm about wiped. It's 10:05.
Oh.
And I'm tired. We've been on for
an hour and a half.
43 minutes, but 10 of those was the opening video.
Okay.
Yeah, backstage.
Hey, can I drop your name, Rick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Rick Piper, Cross Comics.
Okay. Piper Cross Comics. I'm writing this all down. Okay. I will send it.
No, I don't know how much that's going to do for you for sales for this time around.
That's all right.
But maybe you can maybe set up something for Cluster Fudge coming on.
Yeah. No worries. I'll definitely reach out for sure. I've actually written it down. I'm better with notes because once I shut the screen, I'm like, I'm done. All right.
All right.
I'm
so
done.
thank you all. We're gonna catch Rick tomorrow night, 7:30?
No. 7 on Odyssey.
7
so
on
if you show up
Odyssey.
at 7:30, you're late. It's 7. Oh shoot.
And of course, I'll put a link to it on Twitter.
Amen. So anybody out there watching this after the show, I'm sorry you watched it this long, but thank you. And
You're sorry they watched it this long? You're glad they watched it this long.
This is probably boring for them, but
See what I'm saying, guys? Listen to him.
What?
Stop talking. Please stop talking.
Okay, well,
Thank you
know
for
what?
watching this
For the first time
stream.
ever, hon, for the first time ever, you can close the stream. You see all that stuff there?
I know.
Do you want
I
to
have
try
the
it?
power. I
Do
have
you
the
wanna try it?
power. This is kind of scary, guys. I have the power. Woo-wee. All right. Good night, folks. Thanks for stopping in. Don't forget to check out Cyclopean 2 on Kickstarter. We have 5
The
days and
great
counting.
Cyclopean.
The great Cyclopean. Yes. Check it out. Drop us a line. Have an awesome night. God bless and thanks for stopping by. Do I click it now?
Yes.
Well, if you click it, then it'll say, "Are you sure?" And then you say yes.
Okay, I'm clicking end broadcast.